Come on. All right, I'll see that easy.
Now, wait a minute. You can't bluff a man with a bad hand. You didn't fill.
Yours.
What?
You worm, I'll break every bone in your body.
Take your dirty paws off of me.
Yes, sirree. I'm sure for an hombre that can take care of himself.
I'm just gonna run you out of town for that bum steer. You old goat. Now get out. Clear out of town. Come on.
This is the end of the line.
You stay out of this.
Ease them up, California. We'll make camp here.
All right, Hoppy, I'll tell the boys. All right, boys, we're calling it a day.
Man, is that good news? My stomach's been arguing with me for hours.
Mine, too.
Why, you young knotheads always yelling for your nursing bottles.
Well, we're still growing, aren't we? Of course, you wouldn't understand that. You're all through. You stopped sprouting years ago.
I stopped sprouting. I ain't growing. Why, you young... That young'un sure told me off. Huh?
They're pitching camp, Lefty.
Well, this is our chance.
That grub ain't ready pretty soon. I'm gonna eat the harness right off of them horses. Oh, the horses.
So it's us young'uns who are always yelling for our nursing bottles, huh?
A man's got to eat, ain't he?
Where's Bud? What's the matter with him?
I don't know, Hoppy. He sure seems down the dump.
Come to think of it, he's been mighty short of conversation lately.
What's the matter, kid? You look like you lost your best friend.
I've been thinking about tomorrow, Hoppy. After we drive the herd into the pens at the railroad yard, my job will be over.
Ah, so that's what's worrying you, huh?
Yeah. I've been mighty happy at the Bar 20.
Well, you know, it's generally pretty quiet around till next roundup time.
Yeah, I know, but won't you let me stay on? Gosh, I don't care anything about wages. I'll work just for my keep. I was kicked around plenty until you took me in. Your ranch has sort of become home to me. I hate to think of leaving.
I think we can figure something out.
Oh, gosh, Hoppy.
It's all right, kid. You three go back to the chuck wagon and fill up. I'll get down to the riverbed and stand guard. You know, we're still on the edge of the Badlands.
I'll do it, Hoppy.
All right.
We've got him alone.
Sounds like that might be in some trouble.
Get back to camp.
guess we all better stand guard. Them dang rustlers is apt to try it again.
I don't think they were rustlers.
You mean them bushwhackers was aiming to cut the kid down?
Kind of looks that way. I don't think two lone rustlers would tackle a herd that size.
That's just what I was thinking, Hoppy.
Bud, have you any enemies you know of?
Why, no.
You better get back to camp. You're too good a target out here. We'll stay here and stand guard.
Don't you cry. You'll be juicy T-bones by and by.
Come on, you three. The other boys can finish loading. We'll go over to the bank.
Well, I see old Jed Stevers is still here.
Yeah?
Red River Jenga!
What's he selling?
That's the town postmaster. He's trying to get rid of some unclaimed letters.
Yeah, every time a trail herd comes to town, he pulls the town crier's stuff.
Hiya, Jed.
Howdy, howdy.
How's business?
Rotten. These concerned unclaimed letters are pouring in so fast, I'm pushed out of house and home. Bad Lawton!
Hey, Jed. Did you say Bud Lawton?
I sure did.
It'll be an awful shock to you. You got a customer.
Whoopee! Good for me.
Here he is right here.
Here it is, Sonny. And by the mess of writing on it, it's been following you from Hades to breakfast. Rattlesnake, feed
What is it, kid?
I'm a lawyer in my hometown.
Bad news?
My dad's dead.
Oh, that's too bad.
You see, I left home when I was just old enough to mount a horse. I couldn't see things my dad's way. Now I wish I...
Where is your home?
In the Poncho district. Diamond Hitch.
The Diamond Hitch. Say, I've heard of that spread. Must be a whopper.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest in the section.
Looks like you're going to have your hands full from now on.
I know it's a crazy thing to ask, but... Well,
Go ahead. You're among friends.
yeah, I know. That's why I was going to ask if maybe you three would come along with me.
We'd like to, but we got to think about the bar 20.
Yeah, but it would just be long enough to kind of help me get things started. You see, there's only my sister there now.
Sister? Hoppy, we can't let Bud down. It's only right to help out a pal.
Help out a pal, huh?
Maybe we can figure out something. We'll talk it over after I pay off the boys.
Pardon me. Is there a lawyer in town?
Sure, right over there on the corner.
Thank you.
Well, come in. Oh, how are you? Well, what do you want, young fellow?
fellow.
I'd like to have a partnership agreement drawn up, please.
Well, sit down then.
Thank you.
It's a nice day, huh?
Oh, fine.
Yeah. Just a minute here now. Now, where is that pen?
It's behind your ear.
I know it is. I know it. Now, what names you want written down here?
Hopalong Cassidy, California Carlson, Jimmy Rogers, and Bud Luck. And all to share equally in 2/3 of the Diamond Hitch Ranch in Pancho County.
Now, wait a minute. Now, just hold your horses. Slow.
Hopalong Cassidy.
Hop along Cass Eddie. There. Well, seeing that you're sober and apparently in your right senses, I'd say that you were being pretty generous. These fellows must be mighty good friends of yours.
3 of the very best, mister.
Yeah, well, sign here. Where are the other fellas?
Oh, well, I'll go round them up.
Yeah, all right. All right.
All right, keep moving, buddy.
Well, what's the matter?
Never mind what's the matter. Just keep walking and be careful.
You fellas are a bit previous, aren't you? I haven't been paid off yet. Hey, what is this?
We'll find Bud and get a bite to eat, hit the saddle.
Yeah.
Somebody get a doctor, quick. Bud. Bud. It's Hoppy. Hoppy. Bud, who got you?
I don't know, Hoppy. Strangers. One of them is left-handed.
Would want to kill that boy. He never hurt nobody. What's the matter? Oh, that's too bad. It's a good thing he signed them papers.
What papers you talking about?
Say, do you 3 fellas happen to go by the names of Hopalong Cassidy, California Carlson, and Jimmy Rogers?
That's right.
Jay Griffin is my name. I'm the lawyer here in town. I wish you fellas had come over to my office.
Where's your office?
It's just around the corner over there.
We'll be over a little later.
Yes, thank you. Yes, come in. Oh.
You wanted to see us about something?
Yes, the boy had me draw that up just before he was shot.
Well, Bud's given us a 2/3 interest in his ranch.
He has. Here you are. Sign it. We can't do that, Hoppy. We can't take it from Bud.
No, that wouldn't be right.
And ordinarily we wouldn't, but there's a special reason why we're going to.
Special reason.
There you are.
After I have this recorded, where do you want it sent?
Address it to Hopalong Cassidy and mail it to Pancho.
Pancho?
Yeah, I got some unfinished business to take care of over
But,
there.
Hoppy, we ain't leaving till we nail the hides of them 2 skunks that got Bud.
You're not going to find them around here.
You think that agreement had something to do with it?
I don't know yet, but I got an idea the hunting will be better in Pancho. Thank you very much.
Yes, that's all right. Thank you.
But
Goodbye. Me too, thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, so long, boys.
So long, Hoppy. What do you mean, so long?
I said I had some unfinished business to take care of over in Poncho. You two better get back to Bar 20 and look after things.
But, Hoppy, you forget that Bud was our pal, too.
Correct. By gravy, you can't ride around that, Hoppy.
No, you can't.
Well, looks like me in California will have to go it alone, then.
That's right. Let's go, Jimmy.
Wait a minute. You're ganging up on me, huh?
That's the way she stands.
All right, you two rebels, come on.
Now on that Denton trip, no slip-up of any kind, you're sure of that?
You can lay all your bets on it, boss.
His three friends cramped their style a bit the first time, but we finished the job in town for certain. Those three friends that you speak of, there's no kickback from them.
No, they're past history. The kid just worked for him. Chances are they forgot all about him the minute he was planted.
All right. Now, one last word. Remember, all of you, we're playing for big stakes, mighty big stakes, an empire of cattle and land. The Diamond Hitch is not only the key ranch, but it controls the water privileges of the entire district. Once I take over, I'm clamping down. No more free water. That means that the other ranches will dry up like dust and blow away. Then all we have to do is step in and grab the valley for ourselves, right?
Didn't old Sam Lawton mention something about that water question in his will?
Yes, there was a clause specifying the water rights be kept in force, but that only applies to the heir or heirs, not to a new owner. The minute the Diamond Hitch changes hands, that provision becomes null and void. I certainly got to hand it to you, boss. The whole thing is foolproof. Maybe. But don't forget, no matter how foolproof a thing might be, one wrong move will wreck everything. So be on your toes, all of you. I'm riding out now to get everything ready. I'll pick up the Lawton girl on the way back. You have Judge Stevens on hand. I told you to lay off that stuff.
Well, what do you want me to do? I've been going nuts talking to myself.
Well, your waiting time is over. Today you become Bud Lawton, the missing heir of the Diamond Hitch. You sure you have everything straight?
Everything. I've been studying that guy's habits so long, I'm beginning to think I am Bud Lawton.
Well, you look enough like him to fool even his sister.
I hope so. You know, Foster, you're a neat schemer. You put me in as 2/3 owner of the Diamond Hitch. Pretty soon you'll buy me out on paper. Then you start working on the girl for her 1/3.
That part won't interest you. You'll be paid off and on your way by then.
You know, I've been thinking. Suppose that girl finds out about her brother's death.
She won't. I've taken steps to see that no word will reach her.
Well, that eases my mind a lot. You know, a stretch in the pen don't exactly appeal to me.
Yeah, well, clean yourself up. Wait about an hour, then ride into town, come to my office.
Okay.
Well, boys, we're about there. Might be a good idea if we rode into town separately and kind of played strangers while we have a look around.
Howdy, Miss Lawton. It's a mighty happy day for you.
I should say it is. I can hardly believe my brother's coming home at last.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Judge Stevens.
How are you, Faye?
Mr. Foster, are you sure Bud will arrive today?
Here's the telegram.
Well, let me see. Oh, goodness, I'm so excited I don't know what to do.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Did Miss Lawton say her brother was coming home?
That's right. We're all on hand to give Sam Lawton's kid a real welcome.
Ah, that's fine. Thank you.
Say, did you hear what I heard? Yeah, I don't get it. Must be something wrong with my ears. How can Bud be coming here when...
Hey, can you tell me where Mark Foster's office is?
I'll bet you're Sam Lawton's son.
You're right.
Well, welcome home, son. Welcome home.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Glad to see you.
Your ears didn't fool you.
Nothing escapes me. I got ears like a mule.
Something to that, too.
We're sure glad to have you back here.
Thank you.
Hello there. I'm Mark Foster. I presume you're Bud Lawton.
That's right.
Glad to see you, son.
Thank you.
Come inside.
You can't take him yet, Foster. We're taking him over at the last chance to do a little celebrating.
I'm afraid that'll have to be put off. His sister's waiting for him.
Sorry, boys.
Hoppy, I think I'm going local. First I hear things, now I'm seeing them.
Ease down, will you? It looks like we run into something.
Faith.
Bud. Oh, Bud.
You sure grown up, Faith. I wouldn't have known you in a crowd.
I wouldn't have recognized you either. But then it's been almost 10 years since you left the ranch.
Yeah. Long enough to make a lot of changes in people.
But you're home now, Bud. To stay. And that's all that matters.
Sure.
You remember Judge Stevens, of course.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
It's all right. I understand. Glad to see you back.
Thank you.
Well, Judge, I'm satisfied as executor of the state to turn everything over to Sam's children.
Very well. I'll proceed at once with the necessary legal matters.
You two better run along. I suppose you're anxious to get out to the ranch.
I should say I am.
Goodbye.
Hello, Bud.
Don't forget now, you're all invited to the party tonight. Thank you. We'll be there. Bye.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get that dang faker and killer.
Not so fast. There's no argument about him being a fake, but it's the other I'm not so sure.
But, Hoppy, it's clear as day. That fellow learned of Bud's inheritance, cut him down. Now he's trying to grab it for himself.
Maybe and maybe not. I got a feeling that boy isn't in this alone.
You mean somebody else is pulling the strings?
My hunch seems to run that way. At least we're not tipping our hands just yet.
And what's our next move, Hoppy? I'm just itching for action.
Ease down, you old fire eater. If I'm not far wrong, you'll get plenty of action. And soon. Come on.
Doesn't it feel good to be home, Bud?
It certainly does, sis. The place looks just the same.
No, not the same. Dad, it...
Oh, yes. Yes, I know.
Bud, I hate to bring up unpleasant things on your first day home, but it's serious. You see, most of the men have quit. I've been almost frantic trying to run this place all alone. Oh, but now that you're back, I know everything's going to be all right.
Jumping horn toads, what a spread. You could ride for months and still be on the Diamond Hitch range.
Can you imagine Bud leaving all this?
It's kind of hard to understand. After all, he's just a kid. Maybe a little stubborn. Just ride over and ask those men the way to the main ranch house. shooting about, boys?
I don't know. There's been too much been going around here to suit me.
That goes for me, too.
Too bad. We kind of hoped we'd land a job around here.
That won't be hard. It'd be 3-0. If we right didn't get our pay, that is, you're going out as a target.
Hoppy, this mess is spreading like a Texas twister.
And it's getting more twisted all the time.
Bud, haven't you noticed anything?
No, what?
Well, don't you remember? Your quirt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You were so mad the day you left, you rode away without it.
Yeah, I remember. Dad gave it to me.
Oh, don't you remember, Bud? I gave it to you. It was a birthday present.
Oh, forgive me, Faith. I guess my mind was on the mess this ranch is in.
I know, dear. I know just how you feel.
You know, Sis, I think it would be a big mistake for us to try to hang on to the diamond hitch.
You mean you want to sell it?
It's not that I want to, but what else is there to do? I'm only thinking of you. I don't want you to lose everything.
Bud, Dad made me promise that we'd never let go of the diamond hitch. Why, he spent all of his life here. This place meant everything to him. And besides, every rancher in the valley depends on our water supply. And Bud, the last thing that Dad said was, tell your brother not to let our neighbors down.
But we've got to think of ourselves first. Without men to stand guard, we'll be robbed blind. An organized band of rustlers is too strong.
Well, now that you're back, I know we'll be able to get help. Oh, Bud, don't you see? The men need a leader. They resent taking orders from a woman.
It's not only that, Faith. I've been on the go too much to settle down anymore.
Bud, I'll never agree to sell the diamond hitch.
I'm afraid there's nothing you can do to prevent it. Remember, I'm 2/3 owner.
Hello, boys.
Miss Lawton, we want our time. We're quitting.
Oh, won't you please stay? You're the last 3 on the ranch.
I'm sorry, miss. Our mind's made up.
What seems to be the trouble, Faith?
Oh, Bud, the boys want to quit. Say, fellas, this is my brother, Bud.
Hello.
He's going to take charge from now on.
Nothing he can do to stop that bushwhacken.
I don't suppose there's any chance of persuading you to change your minds.
We'll gladly pay you a bonus.
Money's no good for you when you're 6 feet under the ground. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You see, Faith, it's hopeless. I ran across a prospective buyer on the way up here. I'll get in touch with him and close the deal.
Oh, but Bud.
Beg your pardon. I understand you're taking on some new hands.
I'm afraid you've come at the wrong time. The ranch is being sold. However, it might pay you to get in touch with the new owners later on.
Thanks.
You're sure working fast. Figuring to make a quick sellout and then vamoose.
Excuse me, Miss Lawton. I'm Hopalong Cassidy.
How do you do?
These are my friends, California Carlson and Jimmy Rogers.
How do you do?
Of course, you don't know us, but We were acquainted with your father. So when we heard of his death, we came at once to see if we could be of any help.
Well, that's awfully nice of you, Mr. Cassidy. But I don't think there's anything you can do.
Maybe there is. I just overheard your brother say he was selling the ranch. I gathered you weren't agreeable.
I'm not. But there's nothing I can do. You see, he's 2/3 owner.
Maybe I can change his mind.
I'm afraid it's hopeless. Bud won't listen to me, his own sister. So what chance does a stranger have?
Your father used to listen to him. Maybe I can convince his son.
All right, Mr. Cassidy. You go ahead. I'll be grateful for anything you can do.
Good. Now, do you mind telling me who's handling the estate?
Judge Stevens.
Fine. California and I'll go into town. Jimmy can stay here and look after the stock. Oh, do you mind if we come to the party tonight?
Of course you may.
Thank you.
I'll take care of everything, Hoppy. Hello there, how are you?
Fine, hello.
And by the way, please don't say anything to your brother about our conversation.
No, I won't. Thank you.
Jimmy's the spitting image of me in my younger days.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know, Hoppy, the gals just used to fall all over themselves, trying to...
They get away from you.
Yeah. Get away from me?
Come on, get that old crowbait moving. Let's get up to town.
Crowbait? You sensitive.
I thought I told you we weren't taking on anyone.
I have something to say about that. Mr. Rogers has stayed.
Boyfriend, eh?
Please.
I'm going to take a look around the place.
You know, I can't understand him. Bud doesn't seem like my own brother. Why, he's more like a stranger.
Well, you know,
What did you start to say?
I wasn't going to say anything. Just, I don't want you to think I took offense at what he said. Matter of fact is, I'd like such an arrangement.
Aren't you being a little forward, Mr. Rogers?
Well, Hoppy always told me to put my best foot forward.
Both feet?
Honest, I wasn't trying to be fresh.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure that any friend of Mr. Cassidy's means well.
There it goes again. Hoppy this, Hoppy that. Man, woman, and beast, they fall for him like a ton of brick.
Well, he is very nice. However, don't look so glum, Mr. Rogers. I'm saving my second dance just for you this evening.
Second dance? That's swell. Second dance? Why not the first one?
Oh, that's for Mr. Cassidy.
While I'm in talking to the judge, you take a look around, see if you can find out anything about that left-handed gunslinger.
I'll do that, Hoppy.
And don't get into trouble. I can't be with you every minute.
Doggone it, Hoppy, you treat me like I was all I care. I can take care of myself any day without any help from you.
Oh, sure.
Remember that.
I will.
Come in.
Oh, you Judge Stevens?
Yes?
I'm Hopalong Cassidy.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Cassidy? Won't you come in?
Thank you.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
What can I do for you, Mr. Cassidy?
It's about the Lawton estate.
Yes?
By the way, how long have you known Bud?
Ever since he was born. His father was my very best friend.
Is that so? He's a nice boy, isn't he?
Yes, he was. But I don't know. When he returned today, he acted almost like a stranger. Something about him was different.
You noticed that, huh?
Yes. But I suppose time changes all of us.
Yes, I guess it does. But there seems to be a slight misunderstanding about who's going to own the ranch.
Oh, I don't think so, Mr. Cassidy. Everything is settled.
Well, maybe, but maybe I can explain what I mean. Just before we left Denton,
play. That's the most amazing thing I ever heard. It's fantastic. Utterly fantastic.
But it's true, every word of it.
Well, I hope you have something tangible, some proof to bear out your story.
Well, I expect the partnership agreement on today's stage.
You intend to make use of it?
I certainly will if it'll keep that fake brother from getting the ranch.
Then Mark Foster must be informed immediately.
Oh, for the time being, I'd rather we kept this just between ourselves.
But I've already returned the papers to him. He must be told, or he'll go ahead and turn over the estate to this impostor.
Don't worry about that. I'll see that he doesn't.
Yeah, but why wait? Why not expose this boy immediately?
Not now. I'm convinced that the boy is small fry. Any move at this time might disturb the big fish.
Oh, I see. Well, I certainly do appreciate your coming over, Mr. Cassidy.
Thank you.
Sorry. Take one. Charge to you.
Pat, I don't want anything.
3.
I'll bet 10.
I'll pass.
I'll look once. 10 and 10 better.
Did you make it?
$20, I'll raise you 20.
I'll look once. See that and raise you 40.
I'll see that 40 and raise you 80.
Come on. All right, I'll see that easy.
Now, wait a minute. You can't bluff a man with a bad hand. You didn't fill.
It's yours. Worm, I'll break every bone in your body.
Take your dirty paws off from me.
Yes, sirree. I'm sure for an hombre that can take care of himself.
I'm just gonna run you out of town, that bum steer. You go now. Get out. Clear out of town. Go on.
This is the end of the line.
You stay out of this.
I can lick him myself. Say it.
Say what?
Oh, that I'm just a helpless old fool fit for the boneyard.
Yes, that's about right.
Yeah. Huh?
You just said so yourself.
Shucks, so I did. Darn it, I must be getting soft in the head as well as in the cart, just running myself down that a ways.
Don't take it so hard. Let's go see if that partnership agreement come in.
Boys, watch this. Well, who worked you over? Some strangers. From the looks of them, I'm pretty sure I ran into those fellows Sonora was telling us about.
You mean them 3 from Denton?
Well, there were only 2 of them, but they fit your description to a T.
I believe I can account for the third one. The young fella. He's at the ranch. The 3 of them showed up out there looking for work.
Work? They didn't come here looking for work. I thought you said there'd be no kickback.
Well, there's nothing that can't be cleaned up now.
Well, get out and do it. I better watch out for that big fellow's right. It comes at you like the hind end of a mule.
He won't get a chance to use it.
Foster, I don't like the looks of this. Things are getting too hot to suit me.
You getting ready to tuck your tail between your legs and play jackrabbit?
No, but...
Now, don't worry. I'll finish with you and have you on your way in no time. Now, this is what I want you to do tonight at the party.
I wonder if the other two will show up.
Sure itching to meet up with that feller. My nose still hurts.
Yeah? Not in there.
Want to dance?
Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Cassidy, I'm so glad to see you.
Now's a good time to make that announcement.
Friends? Friends, I have something rather unpleasant to tell you. I think you ought to know that my sister and I are disposing of the diamond hitch.
Boy, I hope you know what that will mean to these ranchers.
You mean about the water rights?
Your dad always took care of us with that, son. Without his help, we couldn't have existed.
Yes, I know. I'll do everything I can to try to persuade the new owners to continue the arrangement.
Well, who are you selling to, Bud?
A large eastern syndicate. They don't want me to mention any names until the deal is closed. Well, I'm afraid you'll all have to excuse me. I have to leave immediately in order to meet the syndicate's representative at the county seat in the morning. Good night.
Just a minute.
What do you want?
I'm afraid you'll have to hold up the sale of the ranch.
What are you talking about?
Suppose you explain what this is all about.
I think this will explain it.
Why, this is a four-way partnership covering 2/3 of the Diamond Hitch Ranch.
Yes, and it's signed by Bud Lawton.
I never signed any such paper.
I didn't say you did. I said it was signed by Bud Lawton.
Mr. Cassidy, what do you mean?
Miss Lawton, I held back telling you this as long as I could. But Bud was shot down in Denton. This man isn't your brother.
You must either be drunk or crazy.
Take it easy, Curly. That's right. A little water.
Keep your head, you fool. Say nothing. I'll handle it. Let me see this.
Here's some water for you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I had to be so blunt about telling you.
I understand, Mr. Cassidy. I understand.
Now, supposing we get back to your story. Why was Bud Lawton killed and by whom?
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Maybe I can supply the answer to both those questions. This partnership.
What do you mean?
People don't go around giving ranches away.
Of course you're right, Sheriff. This man and his friends are imposters. They're trying to rob Sam Lawton's children.
I told you the truth, and you can verify it by getting in touch with the authorities in Denton.
Well, I'll have to lock you three up until I've had time to investigate your story.
I'm afraid you can't do that, Sheriff. this man to a doctor. His head's badly cut.
We'll take care of him. Get to your horses.
California.
Let us take care of him, Sheriff. It'll save you the expense of a trial.
Yeah, we know how to handle these hombres that try to rob Sam Lawton's children.
Never mind, the law will take care of them. Get on your horse, Cassidy.
Coffee and donuts. Donuts and coffee. Doggone it. For 2 pennies, I wouldn't eat them. Can't we have a little meat once in a while?
Are we going to get out of this place?
Your guess is as good as mine. You would insist on coming along. If it left to me, you'd have been at the bar 20 instead of in here. Guest of honor at a necktie party.
We've always stuck together.
Sure.
Well, let's hang together.
Much a pleasant thought.
Did I say hang?
Oh, hello, Clem. How are the wolves down at the saloon doing?
Howling plenty. Rip and the boys have got them worked up to the point where they're yelling for ropes. Them three's as good as stretched.
Yes, well, we'll use the temper of the townspeople as an excuse. But we're going to handle this a little bit differently.
Mr. Cassidy. Mr. Cassidy. Mr. Cassidy.
Hello there.
Hello. Mr. Cassidy, I wish there was something I could do to help you.
Well, that's very thoughtful. But you just sit tight and don't worry too much about it.
Sure, you just take it. Don't worry about it. Why, I can feel the noose around my neck already.
Get down. Sit down, take your boot off.
My donuts.
Come on, hurry up.
Well, we had our dance anyway.
Yes, we did.
You'll be doing his next dance at the end of a rope.
Yeah, never mind that. Come on.
Now look at that. Them socks was guaranteed. Forever.
Forever? Miss Lawton, don't let anyone threaten or bully you into selling the ranch. If the going gets too tough, this partnership agreement will block them. Judge Stevens will tell you how to use it. After it's served its purpose, you can destroy it.
Yes, and hurry it up. That mob's liable to be here any minute. You can make it out the side door. Your horse is at the end of the alley.
You're a white man, Sheriff.
Well, I don't want the deaths of 3 innocent men on my conscience.
Yours.
Hurry it up, boys. We haven't a minute to lose.
I think it'd be safer if the sheriff went with us.
No, I can't.
Take a look out there, California.
There's a couple of dollars out there. A left-handed gunslinger.
Sure. Nice little death trap he had set for us.
You mean them hombres out there's waiting to plug us?
That's right, and our friend here handed in the report that we were killed while trying to escape.
Let's get them bushwhackers.
Wait a minute. That won't be necessary. He's going to save us the trouble. You're going to invite them in here.
I can't. They'll start shooting the minute I open that door.
That's too bad, because I'm going to start shooting if you don't. Open it up.
Don't shoot, boys.
Well, what happened, Sheriff? What's the matter?
Come on in.
Come right in, boys, and join our happy little family. Get their guns. I want you to go to that front window and keep your eye peeled. Get down there. Hold it. Who hired you two to do that shooting down at Denton?
What are you talking about? We've never been in Denton.
No?
Hoppy,
Yeah?
that fake brother just rode in.
Keep him covered, Jimmy.
He's heading for Foster's office.
Sure. How did he get his orders?
You mean the banker's mixed up in there?
Up to his neck. That syndicate's just a blind. Foster's the head man behind the whole setup. Lock them up. I'll be back in a minute.
Get in there. Come on, get going.
Taking a walk.
Foster, something must have gone wrong over at the jail. We'd have heard fireworks before now. What do we do if the sheriff has slipped up? Well, I provided a nice little scapegoat for just such an occasion. What do you mean? Kit Moyer.
So that's your name.
So far, Moyer's the only one they could connect with this fake heir business. If he should be found dead with a revolver in his hand, the supposed suicide will be self-explanatory. And that puts us in the clear.
You dirty double-crossers, trying to put all the blame on me. I'm ready to talk now and talk plenty.
Cassidy escaped from the jail. He shot down Bud Lawton, tried to kill Rip and myself.
Where's he now?
He's in my private office.
Let's go in and get him. Come out, Cassidy.
Wait a minute.
Cassidy, come out of the smoke you are.
Moyer. Moyer, can you talk now?
Coming out?
I'm getting out there.
I'll go too.
Lock the door. Talk now?
I think I can now. Yeah, I can.
Wait a minute, boys.
Looks like you got him, boys.
Hold your fire. I'm coming out. Take it easy. Open that door.
I'm not Bud Lawton. My name's Kit Moyer. They had the real Bud Lawton killed. And got me to pose as the heir. So they could grab the diamond hitch for themselves.
Who had Bud killed?
Mark Foster.
He don't need us.
Well, Faith, it looks like you got enough men to run your ranch now. With Jimmy acting as foreman, everything should run smoothly.
Mr. Cassidy, without your help, I don't know what I would have done.
We're glad we could help. Well, we better be getting along now. We got a lot of work to do at the Bar 20.
I hope you'll be coming back this way sometime.
You can count on it. California and I are going to check on your foreman. Goodbye, Jimmy.
Bye, Hoppy.
Bye.
Bye, California.
What's the matter? You didn't walk out on the lady, did you?
She had enough help. I figured I was needed at the Bar 20.